My name is John Riddell. I am the procurement manager here at Cummings Lumber. My job is to procure logs and standing timber and keep the log inventory at a desired level. We do this through two different methods. We purchase logs and we purchase standing timber. The first way we get logs in the yard, we buy on the landing. There, my foresters or myself will go out, we'll look at the logs, and we'll inspect them according to species, diameter, length, and quality. The clearer, the bigger the logs, the more valuable it is. Also, we have logs delivered into the mill. They're delivered by independent loggers that we partner with, and the same process is there, and the logs are tagged. There also, as we're inspecting, we will see what the best purpose for that log is. That tree may be 50 years old, 150 years old. We want to make sure, as a respect to the resource, to make sure that that is utilized at the highest potential. That could be veneer, could be rotary. Ball bat logs, I know some of the ball bats that they use in the major leagues have been produced here. We also do railroad ties and mat logs. So it's just very, very diverse, and we just want to make sure we respect the resource. The other way we procure logs is through the purchase of standing timber. And that can be done through buying from consulting foresters, DCNR, the state, or the Pennsylvania Game Commission. Also, we partner with private landowners. And that process looks like we will go and see what their objectives are. We will then take a walk through the woods, note what the boundary lines, any sensitive areas such as streams, wetlands, and just look at the overall health of the forest and see if their objectives can be taken care of. If so, we will mark the timber, enter into a contract, and then we will go and meet with the local townships, county, make sure that there are no timber harvesting ordinances, road bonds, and then in the case of stream crossings, we will work with the conservation district and make sure that the appropriate GP8s, GP7s are made. We want to make sure that the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. So once that is all done and we decide to go cut the timber, my foresters or myself will oversee the operation. We will meet with the loggers, show them the boundaries, and then also anything to do with the contract, any particulars. And we will be at the site at least once a week, make sure the logs are being cut properly. And then also, when the job is done, we will look at the cleanup, the retirement. Everything will be graded. Any erosion problems will be taken care of with water bars, and then seeded and mulched. So once that's all done and we've overseen the logs, they'll come into the yard. They will go through the same process, and then we'll pile them, and then the responsibility will fall on the mill manager. I'm also in charge of doing sales analysis, purchase analysis, comparisons, and making sure that everything's right with the payroll every week to make sure that the landowners, the loggers, and the truckers are all paid. So as you can see, my job is varied, and there's a lot of different areas I go into, and that's really one of the things I like. If you want to become a procurement manager, I would suggest that you have a background in forestry, since that's what everything revolves around. Also, business courses, definitely math, trigonometry, statistics, and also what I did in high school was take entomology courses, ichthyology courses, because the woods themselves, when you're looking at the trees, you're looking at the forest as a whole. I can go into the woods and see a certain flower or a certain plant growing, so that I know when I go to harvest that that property may be wet, may be dry, and the limitations. So everything's all interconnected. So, and a lot of times with the private industry, there really isn't a requirement for a bachelor's degree. Mine is an associate's degree, and I, like I said, I did a lot of different high school courses, came here, and then kind of looking forward, I needed to know if I was going to become a supervisor, I needed to know all the processes. So I graded lumber, scaled lumber, I worked in the mill. Just, I always figured that if you knew how to do the jobs, if you became a supervisor, people would respect you more. There's just so much going on. To be a good log grader, you should know what lumber grades are. It's all interconnected. When I became a log scaler, I just noted for years where the logs came from. I've soon realized where quality came from. Is it this township, this county, or this hillside produced good lumber? So when I became a forester, I was all set. I already had a jump start. So you're always looking forward. And I guess that's what I like about my job, is it's never boring. And no 2 days are the same. I might be scaling logs, I might be marking timber, working in the office. It's so, I really don't view it as a job, just a way of life. And it really grows on you. I think that's what really impresses me or gets me excited the most. The other things that I look towards is the satisfaction of seeing that that log is being utilized to its maximum potential. Just there's nothing better than seeing the lumber going out and knowing that it's going to go to that beautiful table or door or whatever it's going to be. Maybe our finished flooring, knowing that the carbon is sequestered in that lumber and we're doing the right thing. And finally, the thing that I'm most impressed on is our industry as a whole. I've been here with Cummings Lumber for 43 plus years, and I've seen the attitudes of our industry change. Everybody is now vested in sustainability. We all talk, we look at what's going on, and we've really bought into that. We know that our forests are in jeopardy. The continued development, natural gas, windmills, transmission lines, gas lines, the fragmentation of the woods is very of concern. And we know that if we don't take care of it now and look forward and make good, healthy producing forests, they may not be there. So, and that doesn't even include the invasives with the woolly adelgid and the EAB and the spotted lanternflies. So there's so many things going on, but I'm just so very proud of how our industry has rallied and how we support SFI and other means for making sure that the right things, the right BMPs are made, and we're looking forward. And I work with a lot of great people. We're looking for a lot of good people to become great people, and I hope you join us.